Hi everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back. I really appreciate you taking a few minutes of your day to spend it with me. My name is Shanette and today I am getting ready for work. This is part of my week-long series to show you guys all of my makeup looks of the week, and this is day 2. I used some staple products that I have in my collection, some that I haven't used in a while. And yeah, I have been enjoying wearing makeup. So if you want to see how I created this look, then please stay tuned and let's get ready for work. Say hello to my little friend. I'm going to start off with this from Kiehl's just to kind of protect that little grown woman, menopausal woman's pimple. Like, what the world is going on here? Why am I still having breakouts at my big age of 55? Like, really? Alright, so I'm gonna let that hang out for a little bit while I do my brows. I'll be back. I'm gonna use my Smashbox primer water. And pay no attention to the hair. I'm trying to stretch it out and I need to retighten my locks so badly. For my eyelids today, I'm going to use my Tom Ford Quad in the shade Honeymoon. This is what Honeymoon looks like, and this shadow just broke. Okay, but we're going to go for it. I'm going to use my P. Louise eyeshadow base. Just a little bit. Use a little bit of this Laura Mercier setting powder just to set my eyelids. Not a lot, just a little bit. The first shade I'm going to start with is this. I'm going to start with this deep purple right here. And I'm going to smudge it on the lower lash line. You know what? Let me get some tape. We're back. Alright, now, like I said, I'm going to smudge that purple shade in the lower lash line. I'm going to come all the way out with it. A little bit more of that purple shade. This is the Tom Ford shader brush. I believe it's number 11. And I'm going to go in with this shade right here. A burgundy-like pink shade. It's really pretty. And basically I'm going to go from dark to light using all shades, all 4 of these eyeshadows in this quad. I love Tom Ford eyeshadows. They're so easy to work with when I'm in a hurry, but I want a really cohesive eyeshadow look. 90% of the time I'm going to pull out a Tom Ford quad. They're just easy to work with. They're pigmented enough to have impact, but they are totally wearable for work. So now I'm going to go in with this Chikuhodo eyeshadow brush, and this is the number 8. don't have on my glasses, so you know how that goes. And then this shade right here. Again, I'm going from deepest to lightest. I mean, do you see how these eyeshadows just glide onto the lid? Tom Ford eyeshadows are just, the quality is just outstanding. And for the inner tear duct area, I'm going to use my Tom Ford number 12 brush. And I'm going to go with this final 4th shade. This is the best brush for the inner tear duct. You see how it has a little angle? I really love it. I forgot how much I really like this brush. Love it for the inner tear duct area. Now I'm going to go in with my Tom Ford. I think this is the number 13 blending brush. And to blend it out, I'm going to use my Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette and blend it out with this shade right here. For primer, I'm going to use this Dior Capture Total Dream Skin. Yeah, I think I'm going to use my Lancome foundation today. And that's a pretty, it can come off looking really full coverage. To me, when I use the Dior primer, it just softens it a little bit. Going in with the Oldie But Goodie. This is my Lancome Tint Idol foundation. First, I'm going to just put this on with my Sephora foundation paddle brush, which needs to be cleaned. I had to go with the shade a little bit lighter because it oxidizes. And if I get a shade that is my exact color, it will oxidize and end up being a little bit too dark. Mind you, the lighting is making it look a whole lot more yellow than it looks in person, but yeah. And you will see it come together. I'm going to use my Say or Sai bronzer. Haven't used this in a while and I want to get some use out of it this week. I like this bronzer for summer. It definitely leans more red as opposed to neutral. But I love how blendable it is. And with me, when it comes to makeup, it's all about trusting the process. At the end, it always works out. Well, most of the time. Going in with my Dior concealer. This is in my That's Expensive project pan, trying to use this up. I'm going to use my Real Techniques concealer brush. I meant to grab my Hourglass concealer brush, but this one is right here, so I'm just going to use it. I think my lights are a little bit too bright. Let me see if changing it helps. Is this better? I think that might be a little bit better. You can see the true color a little bit better. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of this cream blush from this Natasha Denona palette. And I'm going to use a beauty blender for that. I'm going to use my Chanel setting powder today. You know what? I'm just going to use this all over just to set everything. Make sure everything is set and that it lasts all day. Buff all of this in. I'm going to go in with this pink blush from Hourglass. Use my Hourglass brush, and I'm just using both of these shades. I'm just going in with both. And I like to go in a little bit heavy with blush sometimes, only because blush is the first thing to kind of wear off, and I am one of those people who put my hands in my face quite a bit. And I'm going to use some of this powder to brighten underneath the eyes a little bit. I'm also going to use this highlighter here. Again, I go in a little bit heavy, and then I just buff everything out. This little bronzy shade, I'm gonna go ahead and use some of that. This is my Hourglass powder. I need to brighten it up a little bit more. Just right in the inner area there. I'm going to use my Dior powder bronzer to contour my nose. I'm going to use this Wayne Goss fan brush, again with the Dior powder bronzer. Set that cream bronzer. I'm going to go in with my Kosas Cloud set, and I have it in this shade Softly. And I'm going to use this with my La Mer brush just to buff everything in together, so my face will look nice and blended. I was thinking about using a brown eyeliner, but I'm going to go ahead and use black. I have such a big mess in front of me today. I'm running late and everything's a mess, disorganized, and I need to get it together. This is the Juvia's Place lip liner. It's really dark. Let me let that set and get dressed, and I'll be back. Believe the Hype EOS body lotion for the win. And this vanilla cashmere, chef's kiss. Love it. I'm gonna go in with Dossier's Amberly Vanilla perfume. Y'all know House of Sillage for the win every time. And this is just a nude lip. It's really light and neutral. That's why I like the contrast of this lipstick and a really dark liner. Just blend that in. I'm definitely a heavy sprayer when it comes to perfume. I'm gonna spray a little bit of this primer water, a little bit more of it, using it as a setting spray. Look at this. We're gonna do something about that. I tried to dye it blue black, but it still looks gray. So guys, this is the finished look. My second makeup look for work this week. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, remember that you are fearfully and wonderfully made by God, and He loves you. And I'll see you in the next video.